Hey everybody, welcome back to Maverick How To. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Stage 3 Aftermarket Assassins clutch that I installed on my 25 Polaris RZR XP 1000 Ultimate. Now, I had a couple people ask me why I did it, and a little bit of, get a little feedback on my end. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, the first thing I could say is, why did I do it? Well, I did a lot of research because I wanted to make sure I got the right thing. What felt wrong with the stock clutch? Well, there was belt slip. The low end could have been better. It's a 1000. That should have a lot. One of the things I found was that the clutch is the biggest upgrade you can do to that machine within cost reason to get the most out of it. But let's backtrack a little bit and talk about what kind of riding do I do. I don't do rocks. I don't do dunes. I'm in trails in central Pennsylvania. Woods, trails, wide open stuff, not so much. Technical stuff, yes, but I am not doing rock climbing and all those different things. So why did I do the Stage 3 clutch? Well, I read it was a really good idea. That's the first, so don't blame me for saying that, but it's the truth. Did I put bigger tires on it? No. These are the original tires from when I got the machine. I did not change the clutch for the tires. However, I think that is an important thing to do if you do go with a bigger tire size. But for me, it was more based off of all the reviews that I read, and I wanted to try something that would have been, the biggest change. And there is another part to why I did it. The cruiser setup. Now, I am tired of the noise in the interior drone. There is another video series on this that's coming out. But needless to say, when I saw a cruiser setup keeping the RPMs lower, I was drawn to that. So what is the cruiser setup? Well, it keeps your RPMs a little bit lower. Are you losing the top end wound out horsepower? It's not going to be as pushing as high on the engine as you get up into the RPMs. Well, yeah, that's the downside. Did I notice it at all riding around in Pennsylvania on the trails? Absolutely not. But it did lower the RPMs inside, which in return kept the engine sound not as loud from behind me. So what is the Stage 3 clutch? Well, it's designed for if you have bigger tires, a heavier machine, aggressive riding, higher horsepower mods. You really don't need to buy a Stage 3 clutch if you're just buying it just for fun. Stage 1, Stage 2 will work perfect. However, for this video, I wanted to do a Stage 3 because I wanted to try, almost to the top. There's other stages that go beyond, but that's a pretty aggressive one that I chose, and said the cruiser setup's available in other ones as well. But I wanted to change it out just so I could get the maximum, just to see how it worked, and be able to do this video and tell you. There is another video out where I actually worked with Unlimited Cycle Center in Tyrone, PA. They did the install on the machine. I recorded it so you could see how to install it and what was involved. There is the primary clutch, the secondary weight, spring, helix, the tuning charts for it. Everything you need is in the install instructions. The install wasn't that bad, but it was a good opportunity to show everybody what was involved that never did one before. I personally never did a Stage 3. I did a Stage 1 on a Segway Villain, and it wasn't bad, but I didn't get into the amount of work with a Stage 3. And if you never did it before, the video will help, but if you don't feel confident, then I do recommend you take it to your dealership and let them help you. So let's talk about what it felt like to ride around this thing with a Stage 3. The takeoff is night and day. The RPMs, everything, it just goes. I thought it was really nice with the takeoff. The throttle was great. The back shifting, awesome. The RPMs did not go to the highest peak, which we said you don't have to put the cruiser setup in. I did, and I liked the change because that kind of mid to top RPM, that's a lot of times where I am if you're on a straightaway. It definitely brought it down and was worth it. Would I say it's like you're gonna fly out of the machine, it's so fast? No, this machine does not have a turbo, but it makes a major difference. You can feel it when you put the throttle down, when you're going, you're coming to a stop, everything feels different. One of the things too that I've noticed over the years, Polaris, when you're shifting into the different gears, the transmission, it was always like a little bit of slack, and it almost felt like, but with the Stage 3, it just pop. It goes right in really smooth. There's no questions asked. The other thing that I thought was really cool, anybody that's ever had a Polaris machine knows, like with their belt systems, I'm going to say one of them I noticed the most was like the Ranger had this a lot. If you put it in like high gear and you push the throttle down, it has that delay until like the belt engages. So one of the things that I thought was amazing on this was that delay was gone. I mean, if it is, it's like a half a second kind of delay, not like a 2-second delay, and you're right into it right away. I also put on the Striker belt for the machine as well when we had it all tore apart. Aftermarket Assassins said that was a good idea, and they really recommended that belt. So took off the OEM one, of course, put it away, rides if I ever need one. Need a spare anyway, so that was a good thing to do. So let's talk about the positives versus the negatives. So positive, it is engaging perfectly in low and high. The low end power is amazing. The shifting is amazing. It's reduced the delay in the throttle. It feels like a totally different machine. The power is there like that. Let's talk about the negatives. So I guess would say the worst part being the cost. You are paying a lot of money for it. If this is the route you want to take, like that's just how it is. Maybe this is overkill for the casual rider. I don't know. That's up to you. If a Stage 1, which is a lot cheaper, and that's better up, your suited alley for it, I really don't think you'll be disappointed with a Stage 1. It should help with a lot of the different issues. Stage 3 really takes it to the next level. Another thing is if you can't install it and you got to take it to a dealership or someone else is going to do it for you, you are going to pay a lot more money because it is time consuming to install. Now your local dealer, they are all qualified to know how to take a belt on and off or a clutch, so it's nothing new to them. But said the aftermarket clutch is just a little different than the OEM, of course, but it still goes on and works the same concept, so they should be fine to do it. So I would say, like, if you had to weigh the positives and the negatives, I think it's an awesome part. I would do this with any machine that I had, so I am very happy with it. Negatives said you're just looking at the cost, time. Other than that, like, I would say that it's definitely a really good upgrade. If you're going to go to bigger tires, this machine had 30s. I would say you're going to 31, you're probably okay. If you're going to go to like a 33 and up, like, yeah, definitely get the clutch set up for that. So this is Maverick How To saying, I highly recommend the Aftermarket Assassins Stage 3 clutch for your Polaris RZR XP. Definitely worth its money if you're looking to get the most out of your machine. So go check them out on their website. They have all kinds of things there, performance upgrades. They are very helpful. I asked a lot of questions, probably more than most people do, before I went and went all in on this. So I would highly recommend it. So this is Maverick How To saying, I'll see you out on the trails. Please like and subscribe, and there's plenty more on the way.